lovely people, Nina here. So this week I finished up a little rom-com and I've started another Sally Rooney book, and so I figured I would do a little bit of a book wrap-up. And I've decided, since it's summer still and it's almost the end of August but still technically summer, fall doesn't start yet, I'm still going to be in that kind of like summery rom-com book genre, and so I'm deciding what I want to read next. I'm thinking after Sally Rooney, maybe 7 Year Slip. There's a few that I'm like, I don't know. So if you have any cutesy rom-com suggestions for me, I would love that, as long as the author is like not problematic. I would love that. So if you want to leave those down below for me. But this week I read Beach Read, and this was so cute. I wasn't sure about it at first because the main character's name in this is January, and it basically follows January, and the boy is Augustus. He goes by Gus. And I wasn't sure about the name January because it's just a little bit different, and it was just so like, I don't know, like out there at first, but after like a little bit into the book I was like, okay, it's cute, it fits her, I like the reasoning behind it, why she got the name, it's just cutesy, and so I really liked this. I would give this like 4 out of 5 stars. I just thought it was really cute, and it was like a perfect rom-com book that I needed. So this follows 2 characters, one named January and another named Augustus. He goes by Gus. And it follows January after her dad suddenly passes. She is a romance writer and she writes romance books, and she lives in New York City, and in college she has like an arch rival situation with a boy named Augustus, and she is always like competing with him, and he is always like ahead of her in the like the bestsellers list, and they just make them out to be rivals. And so at the funeral for January's dad, she finds out that her parents' perfect love and relationship that she thought they had wasn't existent, because she found out her dad had a second like lover, a second partner, and it was a different woman, and he lived in this house in Michigan, and the house he leaves to January, and he gives her the house, and she finds all of this out like at his funeral. And her mom, another plot point of this is that her mom, she deals with her mom battling cancer and fighting it and winning twice, and so she thinks that her family can like all come together and be like this lovely perfect family, but then she finds out that her dad actually had a second mistress, and she has to deal with emptying out this house and selling this house, all while being in a writing slump and dealing with having to get another book published and another book out. And she meets a boy named Augustus in the small town, or Gus, and she realizes quickly that it is her college like rival, writing rival, and they end up connecting, meeting, talking, whatever, and they make this bet that he can't write a romance novel, and then she can't write like what he writes, and so he writes like darker fiction type stories, and so they make a bet to like write each other's types of books, and their relationship just kind of blossoms over time. And on the weekends they use it. Friday I think is her day, or is Friday his day? I don't remember, but I think Friday is her day and then Saturday is his day, or it could be reversed, and they use it to do research. So he does research for his project, and it's more like grim and depressing because that's like what his writing style is, and then she does research for her project, and it's something to do with like rom-com-esque, cutesy of the sort, going to carnivals and such. and their relationship just kind of grows over time, and there's more to it, but I don't want to spoil the book. I really thought this was cute, and I really liked this. I wasn't sure about it because romance generally isn't my genre, but my younger sister said I would really like it, and she said I would like it because it's lighter and like a happier read, and like the plot of her dad dying is sad, but it's like the focus is obviously like on the relationship, so it's sad but not like overbearingly sad. It's cute. I really liked this. So that was my read for this week. 4 to 5. Really loved it. There's this one. My current read that I have is Sally Rooney's Beautiful World, Where Are You? And this one came up available in the audiobook in my library, and so I checked it out because I like to listen to the audiobook while I read the physical book because I feel like I focus more. And so I have this one, which I've started. I'm literally only on like chapter 2. Yeah, I'm on chapter 2. But it sounds cute. I'll read the little premise. It says, Alice, a novelist, meets Felix, who works in a warehouse, and asks him if he'd like to travel to Rome with her. In Dublin, her best friend Eileen is getting over a breakup and slips back into flirting with Simon, a man she has known since childhood. Alice, Felix, Eileen, and Simon are still young in life, but life is catching up with them. They desire each other, they delude each other, or they get together, they break apart. And so I think it's just kind of like the story of their like relationships, and if it's going to be anything like Normal People, and I know Sally Rooney is going to be a little bit sad, but I'm also hoping that it's a little bit cute. I'm not sure what to expect from this. So far I like it. One chapter in and I really like it, so we'll see. But this is my current read. And then my current find, I got this at a little library, and this is Elizabeth Gilbert, author of Eat, Pray, Love, The Signature of All Things. My mom was like, have you read this? And I was like, no. She's like, you will like it. Again, I think it's a romance novel because it says, love, adventure, and discovery are the heart of the signature of all things, which soars across the globe from American Tahiti to tell the story of a brilliant woman named Alma Whitaker. Born in 1800s, the daughter of a charismatic botanical explorer, Alma quickly comes into her own within the world of plant and science, but research takes her deeper into the mysteries of evolution. She falls in love with a man who draws her in the opposite direction into a realm of the spiritual, the divine, and the magical. It sounds cute, and another like romance, it sounds like. So I'm kind of excited about this. It does have a little bit of water damage, but that's fine. That's what you kind of expect with a used book. Just be a little bit well loved, well liked. So I got this week from a little library, and I'm excited about that. So that is like my little weekly book wrap up. Again, we're going in the little romance genre. This week I talked about reading Normal People and reading Frederick Bachman's My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry. Both were very sad, and so it's like I need a little bit of cutesy, happy romance, and so I got that with this. It was a good summer read, and I'm hoping I get that. I feel like Sally Rooney is going to be sad, but Sally Rooney has been very vocal about Palestine, which I love and will always support, and so I'm excited to read her books, and her writing is amazing, so there's that. So that is my little weekly book wrap up. Let me know what you think down below, and what I should be reading next, and what you are reading, because I always love to hear suggestions from other people. So yeah, that is it for this week's video. I love you all, and I will see you next Friday with a brand new video. And as always, free Palestine. Bye!